And the answer to that question is, hi. Also, we're going back into the office. We were in the living room, bedroom area. I took all the cushions off of my couch. You know what? Anyways, keep looking at me. Don't look away. Keep looking at me. Just look at me. Anyways, keep looking at me. Yeah. Don't look away. See? Keep looking at me. 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 Me, 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 me. Me, 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 moo, moo, ba, ba, ba. Not doing anything that makes noise. Not at all. Nothing to see here. Your audio is fucked, not mine. My name isn't Rocky. If you're referring to the boy, you must give him a treat. If you don't give him a treat, you're a bastard. Things are doing things. Things are doing. My dog is scratching himself right now, which is always funny to listen to. All right, hang on a second. Just got to make sure things are not about to fall on our head during this. Rocky, say hi to the world. You wagging because you're happy, or are you wagging because you want to bite me? Over here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Good boy. Yes, sir. Yes. Can you shake? All right. Thank you. Can you double shake? That's the double shake. Yes, he's a good boy. Look at how freakishly low he makes the ceiling look. It's because I'm 8'2". You should know that already. Stay. Nope. Wait. Nope. Wait. No. Stay. Come here. Sit. Stay. All right. Really hard game, Rocky. Ready? Which hand is it in? Okay. You figured it out. You want to go lay down? Go lay down with it. Good boy. Good Rocky. You guys don't need to see my stumps, but yes, Rocky is always here. Crunchy. Let me plug in the phone so it doesn't die during the live like it's done before. I'm tall, the ceiling's low. I'm barely 6'4"-ish. If I lay down for an entire day, I'm 6'5" for like the first hour I'm awake. Are you okay? Is that in your tooth? Come here. I got you. Here. I know. Did you get it? I don't care if you saw my ass crack. My dog was in need. Sam, how you doing? He got a piece of the thing stuck in his mouth. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, move the chair over, and we can go ahead and start. And yes, there's some guns taken down. I went to the range, so we'll just kind of turn you to focus on the guns that are up there. Clean the screen. I don't know which camera it's using. So we just clean them all. There we go. Desert, what is going on? Booty Bandit, how you doing? Wow, it's zoomed out again. Hold on a second. God damn it, camera. YouTube changing the way their aspect ratios look royally screws everything up. There we go. There, one row of guns and my dumb ass. That's all you need to see. Everyone at this pool tournament can look at my ass crack because I wore my carry belt and I don't get it tight enough. Everything's tight enough when your asshole's that big. Just set up for tonight's lives, posted a members only video. That's a good thing to do. People, if you're not subscribed to Desert Armory, go check them out. They have some cool stuff. He's a cool dude, uses the cool pointer. So one thing I never did, I was going to get a laser pointer for the channel and stuff, but I decided not to because good old YouTube is a bunch of twats. Yeah. Just a Friday check-in, so you know how everybody's doing. Do I like Canic? Absolutely, man. I think you were asking questions over on FV's live earlier, weren't you? Yes, Canik makes decent pistols. Canik is a licensed Walther P99 firing system user, at least on the TP9 series. They changed a few things for the Meta series, but yeah, their triggers are probably one of my favorite striker fired triggers without going to like a Timney or a Steel City Arsenal or an aftermarket. Tactical Llama used a laser and they kicked him off. Well, I guess I won't be doing that. Who's Jerome? Oh, is that your name, Desert? Shit, didn't know that. Sorry. I usually just call people by the names they're on here. Gotcha. It's like, I don't know what it is that makes people fickle. I have a problem with fickle fuckers, as I call them. People that have come in and they act all big and high and mighty and shit, and they want to be all involved in the channel. And then when I give them their chance, they just fucking let me down. I don't like that. Makes me a little angry. Desert's perfect. I tend to do that so I don't don't look at me sad because you dropped your pig's ear. So I don't accidentally dox you. I know a lot of people's real names, like I know Bruce's and I know a bunch of other people. And it's difficult for me to not use your screen name because if I don't use your screen name, the first thing my brain wants to do is dox you. You posted a Steel Range short and video today. Awesome, dude. You'll never remember a person's name, but a screen name you will. Bruce is Bruce. Uh-huh. It's not what my caller ID says when you call me. It says Roos because I forgot the B. You're in my phone as Roos Banner. You can use my real name. I don't know it, Justin. So there's a lot of guys I've accidentally said their names, and I feel bad when I do that. People use screen names because they want to protect themselves, or if they just don't want to have their name said out loud, and that's fine. I don't correct people when they call me Jimmy. People don't understand that Jimmini and Jimmy isn't my name. Jimmini is a misspelling of Jiminy Cricket, so it happens. It's happened 3 or 4 times. You mean like the time I accidentally doxed McManus and both of our names and phone numbers? You're 8 as Walk of Shame. You're on my phone as Walk of Shame. Some people have me in as weird stuff. A lot of people have me in their phones with the titty pic from when I did the Halloween stream. I like to say it was a Halloween stream, but I wore the pumpkin maid uniform for Halloween. I wore the bikini and the cat suit because you guys paid me to do it. Which, again, is still an option. If you guys want to see the Jimmini Show, especially now that I've lost 35 pounds, look, I even have one muscle now. But since I've lost the weight, if you guys want to see me in a cat suit and a bikini, you have to donate. I'm not a bitch. I'm a whore. There's a big difference. Giving it away for free is one thing. But making money by being a whore, man, that's the world's oldest profession. Some people will think, oh, it's YouTubing, but it's not. Airmax, hello. Did you get my response to your email? Oh, YouTube, stop that shit. Ow. Basically, I said what you want to do is fine. And I'm listed under PSA as a FFL, so you can have whatever sent. What do electric cars and diarrhea have in common? The fear of not making it home in time. The worst part about that joke is that the electric car actually gives you the better warning, though. Like really good diarrhea doesn't let you know it's coming until you go to let out a fart and you flood your pants. Whereas an electric car, you see the counter going down. Whenever I had to deliver a hybrid Fusion, they had that leaf display that showed you how well you were driving. Whenever we did a dealer exchange, which meant we were giving the car to another dealer, I always did my level best to bring it to them with 0 leaves on that tree. So I would like manually shift the car to make it waste gas, and it was just, it was always fun. Is that a chassis on the 1022? Yes, I just released a video today on that. That is the Sharps Brothers 1022 Heat Seeker chassis. And that is also a bull barrel 1022, so it happens to have the thicker barrel on it, so it actually fills out that chassis really nice. Could a BB gun get somebody to back off? A BB gun will scare somebody the instant they see it, but shooting somebody with a BB gun, even a 1.77 or a 177 caliber 4.6 millimeter, even if you shot somebody with that, unless it's a PCP, a pest control pistol or pressure, whatever that's called, if you're not shooting at well over 1,000 feet per second, which most BB guns don't, especially commercially available like toys and replicas, they shoot at 350 to 500 feet per second. You might break the skin, but all you're going to do is piss somebody off. And if you're carrying one around, you can actually get charged with carrying a weapon, even if it's not. Appreciate it. Being sent one to test and liked that chassis. Same thing. John over at Sharp sent me that one. So I've done the RXM and the Echelon frames for him. His stuff is probably my favorite conversion chassis. Nero, long time no type. How's your health, buddy? How you doing? They make Heat Seeker tracker chassis for the Ruger American. They also make it for the Remington 700 series and a few others, and I really do want to get one. Although I recently saw a really cool kit from Wooks, their wood kit that goes on one of the A2 style M16 variants, and I'm kind of interested in that. But I'm not a huge wood fan. But yeah, they also... My brain just stopped. Sorry, give me about 8 days. Yeah, I'm discombobulated because I am irrationally depressed right now. All I'm thinking about is my bills and everything I have to do, and rather than focusing on the solution, I'm worrying about the problem, and that's an issue for me. So I'm trying to figure things out, and my brain isn't letting me. So that's where I'm discombobulated tonight. I'm just trying to get things done. That's why I'm trying to grow the channel. That's why I set the goal of 100 new subs every live stream, and 10 new members a live stream. Because simple math, if 100 people sign up every live stream, plus I get about 100 a day, that would be like 5,000 to 6,000 a month that would grow. We're still going to come up short on my 200K. We're never going to get there. I understand that. I accept that, unfortunately. But, yeah. Yeah, like we've gained 9 tonight. I want to keep growing more. Sugared out on Nerds, candy corn, and marshmallow pumpkins. That's, I wish I was still able to do that, man. Sounds like a good night. That's why the run number's wrong. I'm looking at the wrong number. So the video I put out today, I don't show assembling it, and it still got limited by YouTube because I started it by saying Sharps Brothers does it again, even though a picture of the chassis is in there, and it wasn't getting any traction, so I changed it to this is the best chassis ever, and YouTube instantly demonetized the video. And the problem is I can't appeal that because it's got the ad for Liberty Arms in it, where it shows their phone number and shit, so... Oops. Yeah. How you doing over there, Rock? Rocky is chewing on his nada bone. As it says in the pinned comment, every time we gain 100 members, so paid members at the $2 level, we will do a giveaway. For clarity, YouTube takes 30% of all memberships and donations. So the fact is, for a $200 supposed income, I will get 140 of that. And then if I give away 100 of that, that leaves me with 40. So I'm not making anything by having members. But I want you guys to have that. The way I'm going to compensate is by publishing a lot more videos again, like I used to, where I would batch film 8 to 10 at a time and publish them all at once, and then I would spread them out for non-members. So if you decide to become a member of the channel, that will then happen. So keep that in mind. I said, I'm just in a bad fucking mood tonight. Stuff happens. I want to play my game, but, you know. My dog's having a chill night, though. He's just chomping away on a bone. Working a lot more so I can buy stuff. I understand that, Nero. What editing program do I use for videos? I am a very basic bitch, Joe, and I just use Adobe Premiere Pro. It's like 23 bucks a month. I've been using it since I started making videos back in like 2016 or something like that, 2017. Here's the thing. I used to use Windows Movie Maker back when it was still on Windows 7. I still have it. And another way you can go is if you can find a copy of it. If you get Adobe Essentials, you can't get it anymore, but when you could still get it for like 90 bucks, it doesn't need to be updated, and it does all the core functions for editing. And I wish I still had it. I can't find my copy of it. For 90 bucks versus paying, hundreds of dollars a year, it was a much better option. Yeah, I don't do much in the way of editing. All the long form videos are literally me pointing the phone at the couch and just hitting record and doing them all as a one take. There's little pauses every now and then if I have to grab a different gun. But for the most part, I don't use any editing software for my long form videos. I did it for the heat seeker because I wanted to put the ads and stuff in, so. Sorry, I'm very tired. As new people come in, welcome them in. We're just having a night. So ask any questions you guys have. I've been doing this for nigh on 9 years now, so I don't shout out countries. I can almost tell when they use fake dinosaurs in movies. That's a very good observation. Sometimes I do find it a little difficult. Also, can I point out that no graphics have gotten better since Jurassic Park, the original, came out? I mean, come on, right? How is that possible that we can't make dinosaurs any better than we did back then? Don, what is going on today, sir? How are you? All my muscles hurt today. I don't know why. Good job, buddy. So he's been on alert all day to me, so I think my blood pressure's all fucky today, so. No one wants to buy my mongoose. What is a good percentage to give a shop for consignment? Mongoose? I don't know what a mongoose is, but a lot of shops will be between 14 and 17% for commission. Consignment, I mean. Just got home now to get stuff to go to the range tomorrow. I went to the range with a few guns. That's why there's a few not on the wall. They're dirty and filled with bullets. I've been using DJI program from the Osmo Mobile 7P. I have done some mobile editing, which actually isn't a bad idea. I might go back to that for like the shorts and stuff. Dog and a Dude, one of the videos I put up of him eating pig's ear, I did some like overlay captions and shit. I used to edit my car videos on my phone back when I was still using a Note 3. I may have to go back to that. Your Nighthawk mongoose. Yeah, unfortunately, like if you go to a shop with a Nighthawk anything, they might suggest that you put it like on like Gunbroker, and then they're gonna try to charge you like 17 on top of Gunbroker's fees. Could just donate it to me and use it as a tax write-off. I am disabled. You can call it a charity. If I do it where I'm wearing the fake titties, you can say that you're putting me through med school. I've been doing more of it on my tablet, easier to see anything. Yeah. I'm actually playing with the idea of starting to use VR for the editing because in VR I can make the screens as big as I want. Like they came out with the new ultra wide screen resolution for your virtual desktop, which means I could have a 50-inch screen on my desk in VR. So I might actually start using VR for like editing and stuff, but I'll still use the mouse and keyboard because I do that by feel anyways when I'm editing. So that could be an interesting way to go. Also, I have the Quest 3, which is their flagship. It's just below the Quest Pro, but it actually has better lenses. But I may actually start using because you can do things without controllers in Quest 3. Ammunition! Yep, but I do background checks, bud. Sorry. That sounds cool. Yeah, I really need to try it out. I reinstalled OBS on this hard drive, so I had one of my drives get corrupted and I lost audio. Like, the drivers can't be installed on it for some reason. So I no longer have audio on one of my main drives that used to be my main computer, which sucks because it's got like 6 terabytes worth of information on it that I need to figure out. I may just hook it into another computer, start that computer up, and download everything, and then wipe that, because it's a 4 terabyte NVMe drive and a 4 terabyte backup NVMe drive. So I have 8 terabytes that is basically useless now because they're linked to that motherboard as well. So I'm going to have to buy a new Windows key to reformat them. I was able to reactivate Windows on this computer, on this new motherboard, using this other drive I had, so that was nice. Except now I have to start the computer with a PIN number. Computers passed me up with Oregon Trail. So I don't need a tax write-off. Everybody needs a tax write-off, son. Rocky needs a tax write-off. Actually, you're right, I don't. I actually get $10,000 automatically because when I started the business, I took a $41,000 loss because I put all of my private inventory in here. You have a Nighthawk, that's why you don't need a write-off? You're rich? Awesome. Give me money. What? No? Okay. If I ask everybody that's rich to give me money, somebody's going to give me money at some point. How you doing down there, little buddy? You eating them things? And my girl thinks I'm a serial killer for owning and carrying a pocket knife. God damn, I'm jealous of you Americans. My girlfriend thinks I'm a serial killer because I took her on one of my stalking kills, but that could just be coincidental. Somebody watched Dexter too much as a child, that's all I'm saying. What the fuck am I trying to do here? And you're not even a member of the channel. I don't trust anybody that's not a member of my channel. Obviously, I'm kidding. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I signed up for an auction. Are you using double accounts to try to look like you're have somebody agreeing with you, douche nozzle? Yeah, I need some tax write-offs. I don't have any crotch goblins to claim on taxes. So you deal with firearms, Joe, and I'm just saying this, I'm putting this out there. You could advertise if you offer services such as custom building and things like that. I could do your ads. It's legit because it's genuine ads that lead business to you, and you get a tax write-off. Yeah. He used the same text and same speech. He must have 2 tablets open. One of them guys. He's gone. Did I check out the big screen VR headset? No, like I said before, I was going to take a look at it, but I didn't. Honestly, I got too busy doing other stuff. But the real reason I don't want another one is because I'm not spending money on them. I'm not fucking giving you my email to see your shitty fucking thing. Let's see. 16% lighter than the original. Okay. Advanced optics. Years of rigorous research spanning 6th generation. Our most advanced introduces our radical new pancake optic designs with new and It uses the same optics that the Quest 3 does. All right. Edge-to-edge clarity, same thing as the Quest 3. Sweet spot, improved brightness, reduced lens glare. It's all the same thing. The above comparison is for illustration purposes and may differ from real-world performance. It says the FOV is 116 degrees. It's 117 on the Quest 3, so I don't know why that is different. Has a lower refresh rate, better LED displays with OLED, so the blacks will be nicer. IPD, adjusts the optics in front of each eyes. It has the exact same movement as the Quest 3. Its main thing is going to be its weight. I get that, but it actually is sacrificing a lot to do what it's doing. It's definitely interesting, but it's not something that you would see me adopting. What does it take for an FFL to sell full auto? You need to be an SOT, Special Operations or Occupational Tax license holder on top of the FFL. Would have to get separate checking anyways. Yeah. The size and weight are the biggest difference. Yeah, but it requires a lot of compromises. So the Quest 3, the reason the Quest 3 is so popular, even at $500, is the fact that it has real cameras that are pass-through. It has the same pancake lenses that this thing has. For some reason, their vertical is so much higher in resolution than their horizontal, which doesn't make sense because the MetaQuest 3 is a 4K lens. So it doesn't matter. Going to a 6K vertical with a 4K horizontal aspect ratio is part of the reason why it appears to have a bigger field of vision. The Quest 3 has a 117 degree FOV, just like the big screen, and the integrated IR tracking is amazing. The Quest 3S actually has the better trackers because it has IR burst technology, but the Quest 3, the controllers have the full IRs. Well, at least you checked it. Yeah, I did, man. It's interesting tech, but it's kind of like a lot of the guns that I look at online. Like TFB TV goes to Iowa every year over in Europe to check out new weapons coming out there. And some of these handguns that are $6-7 grand, and they're technologies that seem novel, but they're going to fail, don't interest me. And while this headset is cool, number one, they took the exact same name and screen color. Their logo is the same color as the big screen app. Maybe they're owned by the same company. I don't know. But they're talking too much about what it's capable of. I need to see the unit. I have that big with a lot of like advertising. Same company. Yeah, I mean, everything looks the same, so that would make sense. I like their big screen app because it lets you go to the movie theaters in a virtual reality environment. But yeah, we'll see. I will check it out, but I wouldn't expect me to be an adopter. I won't switch over to like the Index. I won't switch over to any Pros. I like the Quest 3. It works great with my computer, my box computer. I know it's weird. I have a computer on a box, and I have a $400 case sitting there and a $300 case sitting there. America, flag, 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 eagle, 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 flag, flag, eagle, 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 flag, flag, eagle, 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 flag, 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 eagle, 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 flag, flag, eagle, eagle, flag, 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 flag. My dog is looking at me like I'm an idiot right now. Jason, what is going on, sir? How you doing today? He discovered the joys of a chew bone just now. I've had him for 3 months now. And it's fun because he's still learning new things. He's just now figuring out what a chew bone is for. Everybody, get in here. Hit the like button. If you don't hit the like button, you're a Nazi. That's right, I'm calling it. You're a Nazi. You're a Nazi-loving, Nazi-humping Nazi. You're a Nazi-coated bastard with Nazi fillings. Okay, fine. Thank you. You ever spill something on your desk without realizing it and find the smell 3 weeks later? Me neither. Chalk it. Is Rocky feeling better? No fish farts. No, he's doing good. I switched him over to very lean turkey, 98% lean turkey. It seems to be fixing the issue. Plus, I get to eat turkey. Are you high, brother? Nope. I just always look fucked up. I'm like Jim Brewer, dude. I wore glasses for 38 years. Got LASIK done. They fucked it up. So if I sit on the other side of the room, I can read the screen fine, but this close, I have to focus my eyes to read. I am about 3.5 feet from the screen right now, and it forces me to squint to read the words. Literally, from 10 feet away, I can read the screen fine. But 3 feet away, I actually have to squint to focus my eye. So, thank you. $5,000 laser precision procedure to get my eyes to work and fuck me up. But yeah, I just look high as fuck. I'm pretty sure that if I get high, I go very white-eyed. Some days I'm jealous of my dog. He's laying there, chewing on a toy, content with the world. I associate more intelligence with my dog than I do with most people. Like, I wonder, is this really enough for him? Is he happy? Does he like my guns? My dog likes my guns. 1911, compact or full size? It's a very personal question for each of us. For me, it's always full size. I am just over 5.5 feet tall, so I need to compensate by putting a 5-inch gun in my hand. Yeah, I have that little big dog syndrome where I'm a small guy who pretends he's big. Maddie, if you're out in the country, what guns would you take? I am out in the country, and all of them. If you're asking me what I would take, like, depending on where I'm going, it's going to vary. If I'm going out someplace where there's going to be, like, big moose and shit, I'm taking a giant freaking rifle. But if I'm just out, like, in Virginia woods, I'll take something that can take a deer if I need to. If it's a survival thing, I'm definitely bringing a 22 rifle, probably the Sharps Brothers 1022. But yeah, it all depends on where I'm going out in the woods, my friend. If we're talking about Tarkov, I'm just going to take your guns. I'll do a naked run. Do both function well? I'm looking at Rock Island. Tyler, yes. So the 1911 was originally designed for 45 ACP and a 5-inch barrel. However, 45 ACP will easily cycle a 4.25-inch barrel in the Commander or even an Officer's 3.1-inch slide. The place where you're actually more beneficial going to a smaller slide is in 9mm, supposedly. Supposedly. You can also compensate by changing springs and stuff. But a 9mm in 5-inch, it can have a slower cyclic rate because it's also trying to knock back a full-size slide, and it could cause some issues potentially. So technically, compact for 9mm would be better. Chinese paratroopers, Russian Humvees. Go. Go Wolverines. Brother, I put a mag extension on today. Absolutely perfect. Made the gun feel better than ever. Which one? What about an EDC for personal defense? That, again, is a very personal choice for you, sir. I can recommend guns that are reliable. The Glock line, the 48, the 43, the 19, they're very reliable. I would never carry one. They're boring, and I would rather die than defend myself with a boring gun. Actually, that's not true. I would defend my life with the Glock, but I would bitch about it the whole time. I don't like their company, which is the reason I don't recommend Glock personally. But Smith & Wesson makes excellent choices. The Bodyguard 2.0 is probably one of the best 380s on the market right now. So you just got to find guns that you like that fit you, friend. What do you think about 22 TCM? My very first 1911 was a double stack Rock Island 9mm 22 TCM combo. 22 TCM can load into 9mm magazines. It just requires a different barrel. Nice movie, yep. Galloway Precision for the SD9VE. It was $18.50 and free shipping. Gotcha. What if you're not in the United States? Then I don't know what is available to you and what is reasonably priced. There may be things in your area that are massively overpriced. I know that like American guns in like the Czech Republic are ridiculously overpriced. So then you just need to see what's local to you, sir. The Hellcat Pro is a perfectly serviceable choice. Absolutely. Glock and Daniel Defense are terrible companies with great products. Yeah, agreed. Glock and Daniel Defense. Daniel Defense is very high and mighty with their product. Diamondback manufactures their bodies. The lowers for the DDM4 V7 are made by Diamondback, who also makes AR-15s that are 1/5 the price. I only like the Hellcat Horseshoe. I like the Hellcat car. I need to get my hands on a wrecked one so I can build a 6-speed Charger. Kimber, simply the best. I agree that Kimbers are really good. I'm not going to say they're the best. Nighthawk Customs is the best. Wilson Combat, Ed Brown, Les Bear, those are all really good companies. Nighthawk for a mass-produced gun is very solid. They use really good parts. They don't always finish them right. In the mid-2000s, there was an issue with some Kimbers having fitment issues. Who makes the V12 2011? That sounds like a Wilson Combat thing, because don't they make the V10? But there's also the 2K11 Pro from Kimber. There's all kinds of companies that manufacture stuff. How's Rock doing? Good. He finished the fish, and now he's eating 98% lean turkey. I'm only saying Canic trigger with the Hellcat Horseshoe sight in a 1911 frame. Never messed with the Horseshoe sight much. I always change those out. I'm not a fan of the Horseshoe sight. Smith & Wesson Shield X. I carry a Shield M&P single stack. The Shield X would be a great upgrade from the Shield single stack. Even a Shield Plus would be an excellent upgrade. Absolutely. Can't complain about my Kimber. I've had great luck with my Kimbers. I've got the Warrior. I had the Arctic Lightweight. I sold that to my buddy. And my most recent one was the Kimber Royal Classic, which I wound up selling. And they all ran flawless. But I also use Wilson Combat mags. That helps a lot with Kimbers. And then I also am not afraid to polish my rails and take them apart. I love Heckler & Koch P30L, the John Wick stick. Interesting note, the only reason he went with the P30 was because the VP9 didn't come out until 6 months after the movie did. I'm thinking about a Kimber Carbon Comp. You should definitely do it. Do bulletproof vests work pretty good? Do you have any recommendations? I don't do anything with Armor Cat. Just look and see what's out there, see what law enforcement uses. There's a lot of civilian versions of law enforcement stuff available. Holy crap, he's chewing on this thing, and the squeaky is starting to hurt my ears. You liking it, buddy? Why aren't you eating the rest of the bone? I like my old Baby Eagle 9mm. Baby Eagles were cool. I'm really interested in the PK380. I'm not a big fan of the PK380 just because of the recoil spring is non-captive, and the rod is this long, the spring is that long, and you have to compress it all in while reassembling the gun. I think that shit is too fiddly. They should have a captive system that you can release, kind of like the way a 2011 can do. You also have the 30SK, the compact. I sold my VP9. I actually traded it towards a Sig Fuse, and trying to think all the guns I've gotten rid of recently. I haven't had too much in the HK lines. I hate the idea of guns that don't have slide locks, and that's one of them. Yeah. We love Rocky. Hey, Kathy and the Fro guy say they love you. His name's not on here, so I can't say it, Kat. Sorry. I don't want to dox you guys. Good boy. You are chewing the shit out of that bone, bro. You have an HK P2000 SKV2 and 9mm. Nice gun for carry, sweet double action, only trigger pull. I've had a few of those come through the shops that I've worked at. They seem pretty nice. A little expensive, as usual. Look at that boy. It's amazing how dexterous a dog can be without thumbs. Hey, Kat, you've seen me in a bikini. Do you want to see my stumps? I have a shop literally 20 feet from my house, so I hang out there and look at everything nice. Late, but you're replacing an alternator on 05 Crown Vic. That's right in the front, dude. That shouldn't be hard. Kiki went too crazy on a kneecap. Oh, on yours? Or are you talking about when she chews on stuff? It's Cossaint Arms Havoc V12. Gotcha. 4,000 said to be the best 2011. For $4,000, it better be damn nice. It's a bison kneecap. Awesome. Flash stump. Anyway. Nothing new on the wall tonight, so we're not doing a wall tour. I have to take it away. Usually she's crazy. So I bought these things for him like a week ago, and he's just now started realizing how good they are. He is enjoying the shit out of that one. I just can't. It's 3 to 10K for a pistol that's not rare and 100 plus years old. If you're referring to the design of the gun, I will point out that every gun currently on the market, not a successful one on the market, has a design that's less than 50 years old. Even Glocks and all the striker-fired guns are using technology from the 30s. Oh my God, I'm number 1-2 fan, number 1, I'm coming for you. Wall. Wall tour, I unsubscribe. There's the wall. Thank you for your time. Hey brother, are you hydrating? Yep, my normal Shuggies. Shuggies free red Gaties. Shuggies? Is that what got your ear? I showed Rocky my stump one day and he freaked the fuck out. He's like, where's your totems? Why doesn't Steyr Marketing step up their game? Their pistols are underrated. Because they don't give a shit about their pistol line. I've talked to a rep from Steyr. They really push their other stuff more. You recommend any lights that are on almost as much as the gun? Yes, a few actually. Olights are better than people give them credit for. Olights do not always just explode. But honestly, I would definitely suggest that you guys check out Nightcore as a company. This is their Surefire, basically sized light. And it's super easy to use. And the battery comes out and it's USB-C rechargeable. And it's like $110 versus $300 or whatever. And pretty good light. Different light settings, all that stuff. Excellent. I'm sipping on the clear Gatorade Zero Glacier Cherry. You recommend a room temperature Gatorade? Yeah, but my room is like 65 degrees, so it's not that hot. He did freak out. How bad? What, Rocky with the stumps? No, he just didn't understand why I don't have toesies. The Olight Balder S has been dropped on the street many times with the Glock 19 weight on it. It's robust. Yeah, I have the Olight Baldur S Mini on that one, I think. I actually gave the Valkyrie 2 PL2 Mini to a friend of mine for his birthday. I prefer it room temperature. So I've said this before. Yeah, that's what happens when you try to swallow something as big as your fist. I've said this before, that if you leave a monster out in the sun in your car, a white monster out in your sun in your car for like 3 hours, and you drink it hot, it's like drinking hot tea, but in energy drink form. I'm looking at that holster combo with the lights. It's the Knights something. I'm not sure what that is, but sounds fun. Let me turn on my fan really quick. I'm roasting tonight. You may hear a little bit of wind, but I'd rather be comfortable. I don't feel good, and I think I'm having nervous sweats. Life sucks, so we deal with it. Joe drinks car cup holder monster. His opinion is invalid. My opinion is super valid, fucker. But anyways, don't forget to become a member of the channel. Did you swallow that? Dude, that was the size of your paw. Are you kidding me? Good boy. Come here. Hold on, somebody sent me a text. Reach out. Nope. Okay. Fuck you. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Up here. Come on. Come here. Up. Up. I don't know. He normally jumps up here unless he's on camera, and then he's a dick. Come here. Walk forward. Walk forward. Come here. There we go. That's my boy. He's a good boy. This is Rocky. He's looking at the screen. He's like, hello, Joe. So this is Rocky. He's a good boy. This is Rocky letting me do stuff to him. Here, let me see it. He's a good boy. You can ask Kat. At the park, I pick him up and carry him like a weirdo. I carried him like a boombox today. And that's why my arms hurt. And I didn't think about it. Good boy. There you go. When he's a good boy, he gets him a treat. Good boy. Hey! Thank you for the gift memberships there. Thick beef. Thick beef. Thick beef is the man. Hey, Plush. He likes to hug us. Oh, dude, when we're driving, he likes to sit and put his head on my shoulder and just watch as we drive. He knows what's up. This boy knows that he owns my ass. He is my dog. I took all the cushions off my couch and laid them on the floor because when I'm watching TV, he lays down on the hard floor and I feel guilty, so I turned my entire living room into a bed for him. I sit on a couch with no cushions while he sleeps on 7 cushions. He knows what's up. But that's why I'm trying to grow the channel, man. Both mine and his. I'm trying to grow both channels so that I can afford to do the gun stuff. I want to do the video game stuff. I want to do the computer stuff. And I want to be able to do the dog stuff. I want to hug that pooch. Hey, if you ever come to Virginia, man, he is here for you. Carl, what is going on? What games do you play? Currently, the game I've been playing the most is Ghosts of Tabor in VR. I kind of got addicted to trying to perfect a run in the game, and that takes a long time. Also, it's something I can do in the middle of the night while Rocky's sleeping, so 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, I can't sleep. I jump into VR, and I just play a video game. I've also been playing Car Dealer Simulator, Fallout 4, Forza Horizon 5, although Horizon 6 is coming out in 2026, so we'll see what happens. Fish, what's up? You just want a CZ Shadow. Get one! Hello, chat and boss streamer. I love Uzis. Nice choice. Opinion on the FN509. I do not recommend the 5 Series from FN. I also don't recommend the 5 Series from BMW. Get a 7 Series. Stop being a pussy. But the 5 Series from FN has inferior polymers. If you're going to get an FN, get an older one. Get an FN S9, which is still striker fired, but it's the older body style. Much better polymers. You've been stuck on Ready or Not. I like that. It needs to be VR. That game would rock in VR. Maddie, there's this secret cheat code, and it's even better than the Chase Bank check trick because that one's a felony. Use a credit card. Bankruptcies are 100% legal. I'm just getting into pistols, been a rifle, shotgun, and archery guy. I'm actually the reverse. I need to get into long guns. That's why I did the collaboration with Sharps Brothers for their frame, because they make it so I want to take that gun out and shoot it. When I brought that gun into my store, it had that wood bull barrel stock on it, which is fine. It's a good stock. I don't like it. Then I put it in the 18 chassis with the side folder and sold it to a buddy of mine. That was great. Looked cool. Not my style. But then John agreed to send me out the Heatseeker chassis, and that chassis turns it almost AR-15 style, and that makes it tactical, which makes it more my style. So I'm much more likely to use that gun when it looks cool. Pistol Whip is my favorite VR. I've got to play that. Honestly, I really do. I've seen some cool-ass videos of that one dude that does it to music. RDR2. Never played RDR2. Barely played RD1. RDR1, I stopped when I got to play poker. I'm not allowed to have one. The wife said no. Sorry. I have another secret. It's a tip from a single guy that has never backfired on a single man that's been married that I've ever told this to. Don't tell her. Wait, is she hot? That 1022 is pretty hot, not going to lie. Thank you, sir. I just got a Ruger LC carbine in 10mm, and I so recommend it. I want it in 45. I like the LC carbine, man. Absolutely. If we use VR at the park, will the dogs attack us? We'll probably be okay, Kat, because what Rocky does when he sees me play VR is he leaves the room. And if he's the example for the other dogs, we'll be fine. But what would be funny is if we all grab VR headsets and we watch a movie in the park in VR. We're just sitting on the bench watching a movie like we're at a movie theater, and all the dogs are running around like Nimrods. That would be funny. Get a second card. No, just don't tell her. Jimmini needs a 6mm arc. If you're donating, I'm accepting. Tell her she can exercise by playing Beat Saber. Ha! What she doesn't know won't hurt her. Hey, I'm a member now. Peace and love, Joan. Thank you to whoever donated. That was thick beef. Thick Alabama beef. What's a good 2011 for under 2K used? If you can find a Kimber 2K11 used, you'll probably find it under $2,000. Excellent choice. Prodigies, you can find them used close to $1,000. Very solid choice. Night Stalkers, TSOS, SDS, or SDS's Mac 9 line, those are all under $1,000 to start. Very good guns. If you can find a Bull Armory 11 used, you'll probably find that under 2K. Again, a very good choice. And older Staccatos under 2K are okay. Shout out to the two-time World War champions. Thank you. What's your go-to home defense weapon and why? A Mossberg 930 semi-automatic shotgun, 12 gauge, loaded with buckshot, because shotgun. I don't make enough money for the whole investment. I mean, I do with bills, but with bills, I never see $200 a start card, and the min for me is 2. So, yeah. Should I buy a semi 12 gauge? No. Yes. Don't buy a cheap one. Don't buy a Turkish one and expect it to run 100%. If you're going to buy a Turkish one, try to get an AR platform one like the JTS or the Daria Arms ones. Those ones will be actually pretty reliable. The ones that are imitating the Benellis and the 1301s, they still need some work. Maddie, sounds like you have experienced this. Yeah, I got approved for one and they took it back for some reason. That is one of those weird things. Sorry, man. Taking my 18-inch 6mm arc out to opening day this year. Will update. I don't know what any of that means. Should I get a Scar or the MCX Spear? I would go with the MCX Spear. The Scar is overrated for what it does, and the 6.8x51 round is pretty impressive in the Spear. So go with the Spear. I like Cody. How do you think I bought my other guns? She just thinks they gave them to me. Tell her I gave it to you. I don't care. I'll back you up. $20. Tell her whatever you want. Winchester SX4. The Winchester SX4 is an okay gun, but that is a Turkish-built shotgun. That is not manufactured by Winchester. That's actually built probably out of like the Daria Arms area. All those companies, G-Force, all the ones that are using Turkish manufacturers. I would not be surprised if most of the manufacturing facilities for the Turkish stuff are within like a 5-mile block of each other. We have had good luck with the Rock Island VR60s. Those are the ones that I was talking about that Daria Arms makes. Daria Arms kind of brought the AR-15 style 12 gauge to popularity with the VR80, VR60s, etc. Definitely worth taking a look at, and actually I like their stuff. They have U.S. manufacturing now, so their current handguns, the DY9, they used to be imported by Rock Island and sold as Rock Island DY9s. Now Daria manufactures them here, and they're sold as Daria Arms. Valid. I got you, brother. I haven't had problems with mine, but I'm leery. Just be careful with it. Make sure that you check your springs at least once a year. If you're using it a lot, check them more frequently. But if you only take it out a little bit, just check your springs at least once a year. The Turkish semi-auto 12 gauges run solid, but all SA shotties need 1300 FPS motorcycle. Yeah, you need to be able to knock back the bolt reliably, because when you have a pump action, you're the bolt knockback. But yeah, I get that. I think I can skip breath this month. Dude, the eviction process is so fucked right now, you could probably go 3 months. Get 2 CZs, see what happens. And then when you're on the news, I'll know it's you, because local man robs 2 banks with CZ shadows. Daria makes them here. Yeah, the DY9 is made in Florida now. I should try that one time and see if it works, lols. Absolutely. I picked up a 320 and 45 today. Didn't know they existed, but it was nice. The trigger feels smooth. Yes, they created the 320 line in 40, 45, 10, and 9. So all the major calibers are covered. I didn't know 320s come in 45 either until you just said something. No, it's not something that you see very often, and they didn't do it in an X line or a Legion line. It's only in a standard. I think you can get it with the flat face, but I'm pretty sure they have the round triggers. Hey, you're close to Charlestown, Maddie. Just go over there and just put it all on whatever horse takes a crap before the race. They pumping them out in Florida with American labor. Yep, so American jobs, and they seem pretty chill, dude. They sent me the top to the DY9 a long time ago, and I promised them a video, and I never delivered. I did the video, but I haven't done the range video. I actually like the way that fucker shoots. I'm just a lazy bitch, and I've never gotten the video done. So shout out to Daria Arms, man. And they also make the Melik, which is a Beretta clone, which is super solid and looks really cool, and it's under $400, and it seems like it's better quality than the Taurus for sure. Matter of fact, let me go take a look at this shit. Let me take a look at this shit, baby. Fuck. Fuck! Nope, that's not it. All right. At yamal.com. Hold on a second. Ooh, Canic is on sale. I have to remember which distributors carry which guns. Dude. Daria, if you're watching this, I need the Mark 9 in gold. Like, now. They're doing a super high polish one, man. I need that gun. But they do the DY 12 gauge, which is the VR80s. The DY9s, awesome. Yeah. And they even do their own magazines, which is nice. Because they're doing a metal magazine, 15 and 17 rounders, and they're Glock compatible. Oh no, that's for the Melic. Never mind, sorry. Let's see. I kind of want that clone, me too. Do you like Radian Ramjet? Never spent any time with them guns. Air surface to fall on one of the best background I've ever seen. Second to what you think about the treasure gun non-lithium weapons. What did you just say, brother? Hint DA. I will drive over, pick it up, and do a vid and have it up in 48 hours. Can't figure out how to make a range vids with shotties. What range would I shoot them on, or what targets? Steel targets would be cool. Good recommendation, if you're asking me, is show the spread of birdshot and buckshot from 5, 10, 15, 20 yards to show that people are disturbed when they don't understand that you can actually hunt deer with a shotgun at 100 yards. So maybe do a little bit of long range shooting with the shotgun. Nobody on YouTube does that. So maybe take one of your shotguns out to 150 yards with a slug. If I could put an optic on my Benelli, I would. The Benelli is getting an 18-inch barrel, so I'm cutting the barrel from 24 to 18 and a half, so that'll be fun. Y'all don't even know, but I just left y'all in the fridge. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. People are saying things, and I am lost. Also, you could do like Paul Harrell used to do and shoot like watermelons and turkeys and stuff. I'm going to blind myself if somebody doesn't become a subscriber in the next 10 seconds. Y'all really want me to blind myself, huh? All right, hold on a second. Not going to do it. I don't get the reference, bro. You at least grab a beer. It's not you, it's Turded. I'm reading the chat. Aren't you at a pool game? Put my phone in the fridge while I was trying to get something to drink and I completely closed the fridge. Ah! Understood. Makes a lot of sense. At my old range, we had a plate steel and used a paint roller dipped in white lithium grease to pattern shotguns. Awesome. That is cool. I don't know what you're talking about. My favorite stealth gun was a 5-shot Derringer. That would be fun. I'm slowly cleaning up. just showing me what he do at the shop, pretty much. By the way, this is sponsored by Liberty Arms. You should check them out. Actually, this live is not sponsored by them. I don't know, I just got bored and decided to start shoving shit down my shirt. Can't really shoot the pattern wall with 20 rounds of buckshot. Absolutely you can. It's just, will you be asked to become a non-visitor again? Although Nightcore, man, they love sending me their new lights, and I enjoy the shit out of their new lights. Wait, when are we dropping hoodies? As soon as I sell a few more. If I get to the end of this month and people haven't done any pre-orders, then I will just get them made, but then the price goes up. It has a delay when you turn it off. That's brighter. I want a hoodie. Can you shove me down your shirt? Absolutely. Daniel just subscribed. Thank you. 45 bucks for the hoodie. You're local, so you could always come pick it up. Otherwise, it winds up being 55 with shipping. Figured out which range, etc. We'll do 25-yard cardboard. That's awesome, dude. Or, hear me out, Bruce. You get on a plane, you come visit me in Virginia, I'll put you up at the finest motorhome lodge I can find, and we can shoot some guns here. I have a delay when you turn me off. You need to finish. Outstanding. I'm outstanding when I'm standing out. The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
He's the one that lives on Drury Lane.
Maddie, I will turn that down. Thank you very much for the offer. Tell your wife it's for her, but get a 4X. That way she'll never want to wear it. Yeah, the fact that you're typing it, man, means you must be the whitest motherfucker I've ever met. Favorite food? Korean, man. Korean. I love me some stuffed cucumber kimchi and a pot of white rice. You give me that every meal for the rest of my life, I'll be dead in 2 years, but I will enjoy the shit out of it. What about Rockies? Oh my God, I'm number 3 now. You'll be fine. Justin shows up an hour before the live starts and yeah, just leaves messages. Thank you for the invite. You're welcome. I'm telling you, there's this Winnebago that's in the woods by the range. You could stay in there, no problem. Doesn't even have windows. You don't have to worry about breaking in. Did you get rid of the Canic? Nope, still got it. What's up? Just got in. Hope I didn't miss too much. Life sucks. I needed money. Shit gets pawned. That's all there is to it. If I get sponsors and shit, if I got 100 or if I get 10 members a day every day for 4 months, I will then make enough money on top of the giveaways at 5 months to get every one of my fucking guns out. Love to work that out and come for a weekend. And I would actually put you up in a nice place. If you came to visit me, Bruce, I would put you up in a very nice place. I'd talk my parents into letting you stay there. Daj Kalbi is the shite. Yeah, just fly into Dulles. I'll pick you up. Put you up at like the Hilton. It's not the Hilton. It's like the Force, whatever. It's the one that my dad used to stay at. And then we'll have some fun. Are they real guns? Yes, sir. I don't know why I'm yelling. Stop yelling. This video brought to you by hemorrhoids for when your ass needs to be on fire. Wish they had a place to test accessory for guns like a day and you could see if you like them. It's meat and rice and veggies. So it's Mexican. I almost made a mistake yesterday and used Cordova. Don't use Cordova. Not smart. Those are cordless hole punchers. They're ballistic tools, my friend. Fuck you to whoever just said Calbee. Now I'm hungry. I can do FL flight, hotel, and car all on an FF mile. On an FF Smiles. Great. Do it. No, I can't give you anything. What is Calbee? Shows you how much of a weirdo I am. I know everything about Iron Man from the comic books, but I don't know what Calbee is. I'm thinking it's a type of meat, but... Oh, is that Korean barbecue short ribs? So here's the thing. I'm Korean as fuck, but I'm also an American citizen. My mother refused to teach me Korean because she always wanted to just speak to her friends in Korean. And we just call those Korean barbecue ribs. How fucked up is it that I'm Korean and I don't know Korean? My dad knows Korean, I don't know Korean. I barely know my own Korean name. I want to go deer hunting. Put the CWE is real bad in here right now. Sorry. So, here's the other thing. When people say Korean food, growing up I didn't have Korean food. I had food. My mom always made a fresh pot of rice every morning. We always had fresh homemade kimchi, fresh homemade Korean pancakes once a week, Korean egg rolls. Because I'm a fat ass, I know more Asian than you. Getting a free weekend is a challenge. Oh, just write it off as a business expense. Make it a video. You come fly out and you make a video with me, you can write it off. It's no longer a free weekend. It's a work weekend. So not only will you get the miles, but you'll get content for your channel. How much does a Taurus TX22 cost there? In Brazil, it costs $1,200 for your currency. Here, they can be as little as $220, all the way up to $600 for the competition version. I wanna be longer, I meant taller, just lay down, man, and then holler. Lived in Korea for a couple of years, but the food I'll never forget. Yeah, I like the Korean foods. Do the Chinese or Korean folks call their food just food, or do they say, let's get Chinese? Well, when you're in their country, it's just food. When you say foreign food in China, that means McDonald's. Here in Montana, you can get your deer tested and another tag if it's CWD positive. Green screen. Sure, green screen, brother. There is literally nothing real in this video. There's nothing around me that is firearms related in this video. Absolutely, I do not have anything that relates to firearms in my possession. Not at all, buddy. I don't have anything that revolves around the firearms world. Not a single goddamn thing. This is green screen. This is literally a green pen that I'm holding right here, and the AI is converting it into a 50 BMG round. You got it, buddy. Yo. Unban Evan, I need to ask him a question. Evan, why did you type that? Evan is normally pretty solid. I don't know what that came from, whether he was making fun of somebody or not. So if he's banned, unban him, but I want to talk to him when his timeout ends. Yo, Jimmy, does Taurus have their own chassis systems? I think Noctis just answered your question. They, up until now, really hadn't, but who knows what they'll come out with. New York pizza is banging, too. I lived in Schenectady, New York, so I didn't get, like, New York pizza, but I did get pizza when I was in New York. He typed in something that I think he was making fun of the idiot poking. I work for a state conservation department, and we voluntold to take samples opening weekend. Haven't been out in the woods on opening weekend in a few years. This is actually an NRS from my game. Could you imagine what would happen if you poked this into somebody and just tapped the primer? Also, does that primer look like it's bloated to you? I don't know how to untime him out. It's fine. How long did you time him out for? Justin, go and change his timeout to 60 seconds. You can modify the timeout and make it 60 seconds versus 24 hours, which was what I'm assuming you got. He was making fun of somebody else. 10 minutes? All right. If you're still here, Evan, we need to talk. So I need to figure out whether you were making fun of the other guy or if you decided to jump off the deep end for psychoticness. Well, Evan's been okay for the last few streams, so I'm just trying to figure out whether or not he was messing with somebody or not. Here at the Jimmini Show, we give credence to longtime members, but we will also ban your ass if you're a dick face. Are you awake? Oh. Dude, he's giving me side eye because I'm screaming. Oh, I love dog paws when they're sideways. So you know how dogs don't have like individual separated fingers and stuff, so they sit there with their paw? I love it when he sits with his paw sideways like this. It looks so cool. He's out though. He's twitching. Are you alive? No, he's dead. There you go. Evan, why are you typing like that? I need to know what's going on. Bruce bans early, bans often. No, I get that, Bruce. Like I said, I'm fine with you banning people again. I don't give a shit. But, Evan, were you just making fun of the other guy? Picking on someone. Got it. Just be careful. Some people don't understand what you're doing. So they took it as you being the guy, being the aggressor. Back up just a little bit. Hey, has anybody seen Stone? I know it was his birthday yesterday. Apparently his present was so good he couldn't even join the live tonight. You alive, boy? He is deep asleep. Bruce smash. Pretty much. Yeah, Rocky is dead asleep right now. He keeps opening his eyes, giving me side eyes. Cool, we have the explanation. I'll ban him again. Stone's good. Lamau. Yeah, see, if I ever joined my own goddamn Discord, I'd probably understand that shit. Here's the thing, too. I'm trying to grow the channel organically, but also as we grow the channel, I'm going to start using the Discord more often. I'm going to log on to the Discord every morning between the hours of 9 a.m. I was going to say American time, Eastern time, and noon Eastern time, and I'll be answering questions and doing pictures if people need stuff, explanation, shit like that. Also, I'm going to start posting on Instagram every day. I will post pictures of guns and range times and shit like that. So I'm going to actually push this shit, but I need you guys to come along. I will do my part if you do your part. Blinded! GeForce Jawbone. I'll go with the Strybog, thank you. How do you know Maddie? I've met him in real life, and yeah. You do like the range short I posted today? I think I liked the video. I didn't watch it. I'll be honest with you. I was too busy masturbating. I will watch it. I promise. Any plans to get a Beretta 93R? You find me one that I can legally own, and I will take it. Milk and Cookies had to come to the live and get him to put the phone down. He is punished, to say the least. Oh, yeah, because that's his wife's screen name. I'm like, who the fuck is Milk and Cookies? Look, she just understands that he's my work wife. And when he's off the lives, he's her wife. Yeah, everybody go over to Bruce Banner's channel, Blanner's channel. Just copy and paste that. Bruce Banner. I wish everybody could just click on and go to your thing. Hold on, I'm gonna watch your short right now. Also, you look exactly like I always thought you did. Wait, Glock? Glock and an omnivore? Oh, that's not an omnivore. Okay, you're all right. I want your little range there. That would be a nice little setup for my backyard. When I get land in West Virginia, that's how I'm going to set it up. Do the comp rack. Do the comp rack. Boom, 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 boom. Up, high and right, high and right. Bink, 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 bink. That's not bad, dude. I like it. I can't play the audio because if I play the audio, it'll play on the phone and it will loop so much you won't be able to understand it. All right, gents, have a good night. I'm out for the night. Got to be up early. Also, yeah, come get a CZ. I want a Bodyguard 2.0 in Black Cherry, but can't find it anywhere. Yeah, that is a Talo edition, and they didn't make that many of them. I get a lot of views on my shorts, but I never get a lot of subscribers. It's weird, Joe, because I get a lot of views, but I don't get as many subscribers as I used to. But the biggest problem we have here is people are so fucking lazy that they're not willing to subscribe to your channel. Si, senor gazpacho. Do I smoke? Nope, just look fucked up. What kind of Asian are you? Asian. Asian is Asian, bruh. You gotta hear what I said. Alright, hang on 1 second. It's still playing, actually.
All right. Welcome back to yet another Pistol Steel Range type shit video. Today we got the Glock 47 MOS, the hollow shell red dot, Glock performance trigger. Let's get it done.
You hear the loop?
You hear the loop? A lot of people like to talk shit about blocks, but still a motherfucking goat.
Oh, throwing some shade. All right, I will take my custom 34 out and I will make a video showing that yes, Glocks can be shot well, but then I'm going to put it in the hands of somebody that's only shot a few guns and they're going to miss every shot. What kind of Asian? I'm a cock Asian. I'm very neat and organized. I was sending love. Ah, man. I'll send some love. I'll send you all the love I can fit in a little explosive box of poop. No, man, that was good shooting, though. I like that. 47 isn't a terrible gun, but if you paid retail, you're a sucker. Speed run, get banned any percentage. Go, damn it. And another one. Hey, I don't care. Free speech is free speech, but I don't like slurs. Unless they're Korean. Misa the Jipperhead. I do so much things. My hands are so bored right now that I keep messing with stuff. I don't know what I've been told, but my rice got fucking cold. I'll still eat it 'cause it's free. But to moisten it, it's pee. I mentioned companies don't always give me stuff. Steyer on the corner always nicks $50 off for me. Store on the corner nicks $50, knocks $50 off for me as a favor. Ah, no, that's good, dude. I'm just fucking with you. You know I'm just fucking with you, dude. You're a good dude. And having a good gunmonger is an important thing. If only they could order stuff like I can. I went and touched the grass. And by I mean the grass, I mean I did stuff. You sell any crap guns in your store, Caltech and High Point? I'll sell anything that people want to order. You can order whatever you want. I got a fucking High Point E-cannon right there, bruh. I'll sell that to you. What up, bruh? I'm really thinking about getting rid of that Firestar. So I told my buddy says, I'd really like to find a Firestar. I'm like, dude, I have one. I'll trade you for a Star BM9. He's like, oh, I don't know. I've only got 9 left. Get fucked. Carson, what's up, dude? Been a while, bro. How your lives been doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Sorry. Been focusing on trying to grow my side. Ever had a Megastar? No. I've had the Star BM9, the Star, the regular Star 9. I have not had a Megastar. I do want a Megastar, though. I've had a Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I got 2 gun stores on the corner by my house and Wind City, Marmory. Nice. Lizente Freria, 50 cents. Yes, I've seen pictures of the Megastar. I've never put my hands on one. They took a hit in views, but we got to keep pushing. Are they fucking with your channel too, bro? So I don't know if I'm taking the credit for this and shit, but dude, I have caused so many people to start live streaming from their gun rooms that it's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, dude. That's crazy that you're getting knocked like that. That sucks. Focus on your shorts and shit, dude. You'll get up there. How many rounds does the Firestar hold? 7, 6 plus 1, so 7 rounds. It only came with 1 mag, unfortunately, but it's 45 ACP, so it'll do the job. That is the M45. I don't see the Canik TTI on the wall. Do you still have it? Yes, I still have the TTI Combat. It's just not on the wall right now because money's tight and pawning shit gets me money quicker. Got a whole new setup now, though. That's awesome. YouTube is a bunghole. You've hit it on the head. Have I seen those kits where Rig American turns into an AR bolt action thing? I have seen a lot of conversion kits like that. All right, I see it. You set up on the shelf now. Are you doing specifically from behind the camera? Do you remember me from yesterday? Nope. No, no, I have nothing on my website. If you're looking for something, you just tell me what you're looking for in an email. I am doing corners only right now. I am not focusing on the gun store. I'm focusing on YouTube. Both sometimes I do behind, sometimes I sit in front. Gotcha. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I'm one of the few that sits in front of the gun wall. So, there's that one dude, muzzle broke. Was it muzzle broke? The dude that's always wearing the mask. I've been on a few of his lives. He'll sit in front of the camera. Pistol Pete sits in front of his camera. Again, I just happen to get lucky. I got a bunch of views on some shorts that got me subscribers. That's all the only reason why I get more than you guys do. He's talking about the heat seeker for the Ruger American. Oh, gotcha. I wasn't sure if he was talking about like a Wooks or somebody else. Nice high point. Thank you, cool dude. You say that a lot. You and myself, Pete, are the first ones. Gotcha. Yeah. Whoa! What happened to you, buddy? Oh. Well, I just broke my nice light from Nightcore. No. Muzzle points at a table. So it's somebody else then. It's the dude that wears a mask. I can't remember which one it is. And that's fine. A lot of people don't like putting their face on camera. I don't give a shit if I'm on camera. I am the best looking out of all of us, though. And that's not saying much. Yeah, I literally broke the rail on this light. What to actual fuck, bro? Gotta go. The 3-year-old is out of control. Just dunk him in the toilet. See what kind of warranty the light has. This was a review sample, so I'm going to probably say none. But that's fine. This is just, it puts it on the pick rail slot. Geisley and BCM. What about them? Most people these days are VTubers. Everybody would look like a cute anime girl, then show their face. The thing I find funny is when dudes say that they do it to protect their families and shit. What are you saying that puts your family at risk as a video guy? I mean, you either have really hot takes, you're really stupid, or you think you're a ninja. When my brother was a young kid, he literally superglued his bare ass to his seat at school. I thought it was funny. If I could look like a cute anime girl, I thought about doing VTubing for a while. I'm actually working on doing a couple of recordings in my Ghost of Tabor. GunTuber plays Ghost of Tabor, Gun Guy reacts to. So I might actually do some comparisons and stuff, because I've also got hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades, and it would be fun to build weird shit in that. Tape the light to Rocky's leash for night poops. He doesn't need it, Tommy. He can see in the dark. He's super dog. Super dog! He was an asshole last night, though, dude. Made me take him out every hour on the hour. But he's a good boy. Is Rocky a good boy? Rocky's a good boy. Yes, he is. Can't touch guns. Can you hold replicas or airsoft? Does YouTube just say it's a gun-shaped thing? Banned. The AI system does not differentiate between an airsoft, a real gun, a Nerf gun, anything. If it sees it's gun-shaped and in your hands, it automatically kicks it. Thoughts on new Colt Gold Cup trophy in 38 Super? If it's one of the new ones under under CZ's ownership, it's probably fine. I have not experienced it though. I don't really know much about the modern Colt stuff. Never been a fan. Their shit's too expensive for the quality you get. It's a mass-produced gun, not hand-finished. It's the same problem I have Staccato. They use their name to jack up their prices. And yeah, I've said this a million times. I'll keep saying it. Glock, Staccato, Chiappa. A lot of companies are never going to send me their guns to play with because I'm very vocal about how much I don't care for their companies. So I don't care. I would rather have you guys get an honest opinion from somebody who's not bought and fucking paid for, like some other people on YouTube. So hit the like button at least for that then. Hit the fucking like button or you're just a Nazi. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those. ECM upper paired with PSA lower. What do you think? Don't really care. If you want to do it, go for it, bud. I'm weird, okay? I'm not one of those guys that's super brand specific unless it's a company I don't like. BCM makes great stuff. Honestly, they do. But even PSA stuff can be okay. You just got to make sure that it's set up right. So before you put those two pieces together, make sure that the parts look right. Make sure the springs are in the right place. Make sure they're the right fucking springs. But if everything looks good to you, fucking slap that thing together and see what happens. It may wind up being a gunning gun, or it could just be a hand grenade. You never know until you try. Just remember, 458 lot does not go into a short action AR. Yeah, I think Glock is surviving off of paying people off. I mean, they make an okay product, but it's definitely not worth the price. $600 for plastic sights and other cut corners, no. Pretty much, Matt. I have said, again, I don't know why, but for a lot of people that have never been here before, I like to clarify my statements so that it is never misconstrued. I get tired of motherfuckers saying I said something when I clearly didn't, so let me make it abundantly clear. Glocks are fine. If Glock sold Glocks for $300, I would never say a bad word about them. But because they charge $600, fuck them. Glock is a motherfucking goat. Glock is a motherfucking goat because you're paying goat milk money for fucking Cheerios quality guns. High Point is left of Glock. High Point is only superior in terms of business. Look at how long High Point's been around. They make a $150 gun. They're proud of their $150 gun, and they sell a lot of their $150 guns. You just got a Taurus G2. That's a perfectly serviceable gun, and it's beyond a Glock 26 because it has double strike capabilities. And yeah, I did just see somebody else saying that Glocks are double action. They're not double action. It's technically, if you want to be absolutely fucking pedantic, it's a modified double action in the fact that it does finish the pull to release the sear, but it pulls it less than a quarter of a centimeter, which is not a full pull of the trigger. The trigger itself, for a double action, must start the action from a dead stop and fully charge the firearm and then release it, and then do it on the next cycle. A modified single double action like a Glock, all it does is release the striker. It's doing one fucking thing. That's a single action. What do I think about the Zen Hypercomp V2? No, I don't even know what that is. I've done 2 interventions. My nephew and a guy who were going to buy Glocks talked him into the RXM. Sweet! And they bought 2 RXMs for the price of 1 good MOS Glock. Their carbine is neat. Yes, that's true. Mrs. Bruce just called me to dinner. I'm outie. I'm dipping too in about 20 minutes, so thanks you, Bruce. Talk to you later, broski. Zev? Oh, you said Zen. I never messed with the Zev stuff. I'm not a big fan of Zev. They're overpriced too. What do you think about these new triggers that make semi damn near auto? So FRT triggers are interesting. They're a ginormous pain in the ass to make sure that they function correctly, and they're a waste of money. And you can't use like ETS mags because they aren't quality enough to handle the cyclic rate. They're just a waste of fucking money though, dude. I have a binary trigger in my AR-15, and I will blow through $16 in ammo in under 3 seconds. That's not fun, dude. If I'm going to blow through $16 worth of ammo or $16 of anything in 3 seconds, I'm getting a hooker. I'm getting the new 43X MOS tan. Cool. What's a good comp or ported gun to get? That's kind of the thing, Zaza. every company is manufacturing a ported or comped gun right now. So whatever you like the best, there's somebody out there doing it. I mean, except for Glock, because, you know, fuck the user. 650 for a Gen 5 in Louisiana. Yeah, here in Virginia, a Gen 3 MOS Glock 19 is like 629, whereas a optics ready RXM is 399, and you can get the RXM 17 round Magpul grip for 40 bucks. Hello from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. So let me put something out there also to all you new people. When you tell me what gun you like, I'm fine with it. I don't care. I am judging you because I am. There's no question about that. I judge every motherfucker. I never let it show, though. But if you can only afford a high point, never be ashamed that you can only afford a high point. If you choose to run high points because they're ironically hipster, fine. Whatever your reason for owning a gun is, don't be embarrassed by it. If you have a Egyptian Hellwind instead of a Beretta model 1951, don't fucking say it's a Beretta just because you're embarrassed. Tell the truth. I've got the Hellwind. Honestly, the Iraqi Hellwind or the Egyptian Hellwind is a better cool story than a Beretta. Joe, whose video we're watching, what's his YouTube channel so I can subscribe? That is Bruce Banner, 6149. Yeah, so Bruce started doing streaming shorts and live long forms on his channel. So you're judging me for thinking a Glock is a Tupperware gun. I'm thinking you have good taste, Joe. And the fact is, up until Gen 2.5, they literally shipped in Tupperware. They literally shipped their guns in a water-resistant container that had a hole in the center of it so that you could put your trigger around it. Yeah, so literally they were shipped in Tupperware. The recoil control and reduction of muzzle flip is nice, but they're a bit louder and don't see the point of one on a carry gun where you most likely won't have hearing pro on. See, I almost slightly want to disagree a little bit, CW, with the whole carrying a comped or reported gun. Your ears in an emergency situation, your ears have sphincters. Sphincter does not mean asshole. Asshole is asshole. Sphincter is the muscle internally. You have auditory sphincters that under adrenaline will automatically snap them shut. So the comp blast shouldn't be any louder than a regular gun firing if you're in an emergency situation. If you're just casually shooting, yes, they are much louder. But in a self-defense shooting situation, you don't want to have to think about that. I would not make that one of my main concerns. So I'm going to kind of disagree respectfully with some of that. But I understand why you would think that way. Can the Grandmaster hang with the TSO? It's more accurate than a TSO, and it has a better reset for the trigger, but the TSO has a lighter trigger. My Grandmaster has a 3-pound trigger. My TSO that I sold to Stone had a 1.5 pound trigger. Honestly, my Grandmaster can't even keep up with my Match X. My Match X has a 1.8 pound trigger, custom reset, all Wilson Combat internal springs and stuff, and it uses a slide-mounted optic. That gun is faster than my Grandmaster, honestly. Yo, you want an ARP and a Draco for free? Sure, send me an email if you're real. If you're real, I'll put them up behind me, and I will thank you profusely. Profusely. What brand is the Match X? It's made by Gerson, however, mine is highly modified. Mine is has been completely disassembled, rebuilt. I did custom trigger work. I actually had it down to a 1/2 pound trigger, but the reset wasn't reliable. So I modified it. Now it has a 1.9 pound or 1.8 pound. My favorite carry pistol is a Shield Plus 9mm for duty, just moving up to the regular size. Understood. Diego Suarez, is that a 1022? Yes, it is in the Sharps Brothers 1022 Heat Seeker chassis system. Good eye. Go watch PewView if you want to see his top 5 2011 list. Staccatos aren't even on his list. The Match X is number 2 on his list, especially his modified one. So mine is modified. The mag gave it away. Yep. But good eye, absolutely. Although there are guns that use the Ruger's BX25 mag that would surprise you. The Winchester Wildcat uses it, although their chassis system won't work in the heat seeker. But good eye, absolutely. I put the mag up there because in its current position it interferes with the Heritage, and I didn't want to move the revolver. What is my favorite type of pistol? 1911s. Was the Match X a heavy trigger and a bad reset for the price? No, out of the box it had a 4.5 pound trigger, which is perfectly serviceable. It's a little heavy for a competition style gun, but as a duty style gun, 4.5 pounds is excellent. The reset was solid. It was nothing to write home about. It was just solid. When the Match X came out, they were so hard to get because of the barrel mounted comp. They were like running at $1,200-$1,300. I still don't think they were a bad price even back then. When you start in the OnlyFans, the streets are calling. Dozo Popo. Thank you for the donation, number 1. But number 2, I'm streaming every day now, and I'm thinking about doing Twitch. What are your thoughts on Springfield 1911s like the Marine Corps Operator or the Ronin? The Ronin I'm not as big a fan of. I like the Ronin better than the EMP because the EMP uses specific mags. But I have an Operator loaded and a stainless target loaded. So I have a couple of Springfields that I really like. Fuck, I forgot I had the Operator, or the stainless. What do you think about the AF Romulus, the duty gun? I want the comp. I don't have the money for one. They're only $1,600, but I need to get one. Do I have an M1911? I do not have a military-issued 1911. No, sir. Is that a stubby Chiappa? That is a 3D printed non-firing replica of a Chiappa Rhino. My buddy Drunk Mouse made it. Do I have a 260 bolt action? Negative, I do not. I don't have very many long guns. I have like 12. I realized as I was saying that that's a lot of long guns, but 3 of them are AR pistols, 2 of them are full-size ARs, and the rest are all wood guns. Does Wilson Combat have trigger kits to lighten the 1911 triggers? They offer all sorts of stuff, including internal kits, but you don't really need to buy an entire kit to lighten the trigger on a 1911. You just need to bend the rear bow a little bit with your fingers. It still has a stock rear main spring in it because of what I did. Total firearms. I don't know the exact number of guns because I don't count them. The one time I took a guess, I'd probably say somewhere in the neighborhood of 200. And that's after selling 65. Do you use a red dot? Yes, I do. I'll put a red dot on a lot of the guns that can use them after I shoot them stock first. Yeah, I sold 65 guns after I opened my store, and then trading off guns. Since 2017, I've gone through well over 1,000 guns. It's not difficult either. Working at gun stores, the price I pay for guns, you can't get that price most of the time as a regular customer, so it's a little bit of a cheat. But yeah, I've had a lot of guns. Do I have Smith & Wesson 9mm? Yes. Have I ever seen the FabArm STF-12? No. What's the best aftermarket parts company for 2011s? Would probably be the 2 that would come to mind. 10-8 Performance Labs makes good stuff dedicated for the Prodigy, but Hayes Custom is probably the best reasonable price aftermarket company. You have a store or just worked? I own an FFL, but I don't have a physical store right at the moment. I have the brick and mortar store, but I'm not using it as anything right now. I'm technically using it as an extension of my apartment. But I'll do special orders, and I will buy from the public. No, unfortunately, I can't make videos of that because if I show you how to modify a component on a firearms, YouTube will strike my channel. You can't show how to modify a gun unless it's in the process. If I was a manufacturer, I could get away with it. That's the reason Hayes Customs, Wilson Combat, and stuff can show you how they're tuning their guns. But as a regular person, if I make a video on it, I run the risk of getting in trouble. Also, if you've never fully disassembled your own gun, I don't recommend doing it yourself. What do you think of the Kimber 2011? I want one. I asked them to send me one. They said they were going to, and then things happened. I'm done trying to beg people for shit. That's where I'm at in my life. What's that sniper up there? It's not a sniper. I don't remember. Do you have a video on the Firestar? No, I need to make that video. That will be up. Honestly, I need to film that tonight and put that up for the members. You got to become a member again, dude. What's the barrel length for that Rough Rider? That is a Heritage Barkeep, so it's a short 3-inch barrel. Excuse me, Mr. Plinkster. Yeah, we're getting near the end here, guys. 9 minutes left. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. I believe you asking about the 1022. Yeah, that's what I think too. That's not a sniper rifle. It's just a 1022. It is a target rifle, but that scope on there is just a 3 to 9 by 20 by 12. 3 to 9 by 40 or some shit. Starting January 1st, there's no more tax stamp to get the suppressors, right? That is correct. It does eliminate the $200 tax stamp. However, you still have to get the tax stamp. It's a free license, but you still have to do the enhanced background check. EGW makes parts for most companies out there. That's true. That Dan Wesson DWX has an EGW acro mount on it. No, that's a Cajun Gunworks. Excuse me. Sorry, I thought it was EGW, but it's Cajun Gunworks. But $100 fucking plate to mount an optic pissed me off. You think the price of suppressors will go up with the drop of $200? No, but the availability of them will become even more scarce. So when e-file opened back up and people could get approved in as little as 1 day, every suppressor maker started having inventory problems. The minute you eliminate a $200 tax stamp, it gets even crazier. Are the 1911 conversion kits from 45 to 22 work well? Some of them do. Kimber makes one that works well, but not always, because you're trying to take a gun from, a full steel gun to one with an aluminum slide. Since tax stamp payment goes away, will the suppressor time increase since there's no payment? No. It's still going to be done. So here's the thing. The tax money collected for class 3 items doesn't go to the department doing it. It goes to the IRS. It goes into the financial funds for the United States of America. So the people running those background checks don't get a raise or a decrease in their pay just because that fee goes away. They're paid under government contract. Since the tax that might as well buy now. Well, here's the thing. I don't care either way. I'll wait. But there's also the fact that once it goes into effect, there will be a 180-day window where the U.S. government can challenge and have it reinstated, or they might just say, screw it, go ahead, we don't give a shit. Oh, man. I'm getting a little bit sore in the throat. And not in a good way. Wink, wink. So here we go. At the end of the day, so my goal with these live streams, I want 100 new subs every live. We're not there yet, obviously, because of YouTube censoring me and being a bunch of dickbags. I'd like as many likes as I get new subscribers. We're at 70. I'd like to get 100 every live stream. If we get 10 paid members every live stream, that could be upwards of, since I'm not doing Saturdays and Sundays, that could be upwards of 200 new members a month. That would be fucking awesome. Because then it will fund giveaways. It will fund cool stuff. I will never give a gun away on this channel. I'm not big enough. I don't have the money. And also doing gun giveaways is technically not allowed on YouTube. You have to do it through a third party such as Fan of Them, and they'll never do anything with me. Hope the lawsuits about unconstitutionally on registration gets listened to by POTUS. Trump has so much other shit that he's trying to fuck up before he gets kicked out of office. I'm sorry, doesn't get the opportunity to run for an illegal third term. Sorry. Sorry, he's spending his entire term doing stupid shit, and it's angering me. With his I don't give a shit towards people complaining about what he does, he could be doing so much better stuff for the country in general. But instead, he's having vendettas against everybody that prosecuted January 6th and didn't like him and said bad shit about him. He's giving off serious fucking Putin vibes. You know, like there's that small part of me that is expecting him to stand up on the last day of office and say, "Fuck you, I'm staying in office." I don't do a Trump impression. I don't do one. But anyways, that's a nice political thing to end the live stream on. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always email me, thejimminishow@gmail.com. Wind City Armory if you want to do some custom orders. If you're looking to sell firearms, I am still buying them, even though I'm not putting them on the website. I'm also able to look for guns for people. So in general, I am here to help you. So help me to help you. 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 And yeah, just keep coming back for more. Monday we'll start the everyday on during the week live streams. Who knows, if you guys donate and you guys want to see me do weekend stuff, I need the weekends to masturbate, and so I will stop doing that if you guys compensate me. I don't beg for money, but I do offer my services for fees. Rocky, as you can see, is completely asleepy. Rocky! Yeah, he's dead. So, anyways, I'm going to hit the X button. I'm going to go away. You guys come back for the next one. Love you guys, and you have a great night.